Okay, let's now look at using the discriminant. I have in front of me a function with an a value, a b value of 1, and a c value of k. So that's what we're going to kind of figure out. And we're looking at what value of k will make this have one intercept in part A. So we know that if the quadratic equation has one intercept, and I'm assuming that it's exactly 1, then we know the discriminant is going to be 0. In other words, I'm going to have b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So we need to make that value of k such that my discriminant will be 0. But that's very easy. I take my a, b, and c value and substitute them in the equation. So b is 1 minus 4 times negative 3 times k equals 0. And I get 1 plus 12, k equals 0, and I solve for k. Cancel, cancel. And there's my answer. So when k is 1 over 12, negative 1 over 12, I have only one intercept. Okay, for the second part, for b, looking at the same quadratic function, but I want to make k such that I have two x-intercepts. So again, if you recall from our analysis of the discriminants, if the equation has two x-intercepts, then b squared minus 4ac has to be greater than 0. Or 1 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times k, okay, is going to be greater than 0. In other words, 1 plus 12k is greater than 0. How do I solve an inequality? Well, treat it like an equality, like an equal sign. Although there's some things that can change, but we'll deal with them as we come across them. But just treat it like an equality. So I'm going to bring the 1 to the other side and end up with 12k is greater than negative 1. Divide by 12. And you have your answer. I get k has to be greater than negative 1 over 12 in order for my quadratic equation to have two x-intercepts. For the last one, for c, if it has no x-intercepts, well, my discriminant should be less than 0. So in this case, you know what, let me just cut and paste this stuff here. Okay, I'm going to copy that, paste it here, let's move it over maybe a bit, because the only difference between this and my previous one is that instead of being greater than 0, I'm going to have it less than 0. And you know what? All the same ideas in the previous one in terms of the math, plus 12k, they all carry over. Less than negative 1, divide by 12, divide by 12, and you're left with k equals negative 1 over 12. Ooh, careful, not equals, is less than. And there you have it. Okay, the same equation looking at three different values of k, or possibilities for k, such that we have one root. Okay, we have 1, 2, or none. I suggest you observe the similarities between these three types. Okay, they all revolve around the number negative 1 over 12. Okay, 1 is equal to it, we'll look at values greater than negative 1 over 12, and in one case we'll look at values less than negative 1 over 12.